Hi, I'm South Poem, and I would like to talk to you today about how to talk with your guides and your angels. It's really a common question that I come upon, and many people think that it's going to be a certain way and that you have to um, be in a certain place or really tired or really awake or different type of ideas. What I like to talk about is how you could communicate with them in an easier way that you will understand, because it's not like talking to anyone like I'm talking to you at this moment. I'm not talking to you this way with a communication that's coming back to me, but I am talking to you at this moment, and you are attentively listening to me. That is not really the way that your angels and guides usually would communicate with you. They would choose other types of ways or venues to go with when they feel like they need to get their message across. Because your angels and guides basically talk to you every day, and they speak to you through other mediums, and they speak to you maybe in your dreams and tell you what you need to think about, or if you're worried about something, they try to tell you in different ways how to communicate with them. And they also tell you what you need to do next if you have this thought or question that you have been thinking about for a really long time, and you've discussed it with friends and relatives and you don't know what is your next step, then it's a great way to talk to your guides and angels. So the easiest way really is just to talk like I'm doing right now. Really, I'm not expecting an answer, so therefore it's not really the same, but just talking to them, just starting a conversation. It's like talking to yourself, but in another way, because you would usually answer yourself as well. So you start by talking and you ask them a question, maybe perhaps what is going on at the moment, what do I need to keep a mind out for, or what do I need to change in my current state at the moment. So you start by that, and then you go, and then you might expect that you will hear a clear reply. I think that that is the biggest idea that people have, that they will speak to you and you would hear them really clearly. A few people are actually really good at this, but it's like anything else. If you practice it, you will get better at picking out what is your angels and guides and what is your thoughts and ideas. So it could be more subtle than that. And it really is a way that you could be communicating with them. Other ways that they would communicate with you is they would usually tell you that they're around, that they're with you, that you're not alone, that you don't need to be worried or scared, because they're always there with you. And you might not see them or hear them or sense them even, but they're always around you, guiding you and trying to help you make the best decision for yourself. When you walk outside, you might find different kind of messages that they send you. A lot of people talk about angel numbers, this sequence of numbers that pops up. Usually the most common numbers are 1111, and you would see it on clocks, or on your phone, on license plates. You would see it on different type of things outside or inside your home, and it would be repeating itself. It would be showing up more than once. So it would be, you would see either 2222, or you would see 3 2s, or maybe even 1 2. It doesn't really matter. It's what it means to you. And I will put up a link in the description of a really great page that I've been using for years, where you can try to decipher what the message is right now that your angels are telling you, because they do communicate through numbers. Another way they could communicate with you is that you would see a feather outside on the ground, or that a feather would fall on you or end up in your possession somehow, that you, if you don't have birds at home, then it might not be as common. But they communicate by showing a feather, just to give you this sense of peace, of telling you that you're okay, nothing's wrong, we're here with you. And another way that they could communicate is through music. For me, as an example, when I feel like I don't feel connected to my angels and guides, or I just feel disconnected in general, and I feel like I have a lot on my plate and I have a lot of responsibilities, or something close to it, then I would usually hear different type of songs on the radio, either when I'm driving or at home, or it would pop up somehow, and you would hear this music, and the lyrics would speak to you. For me, it's really more it's more direct, because I would hear Eurythmics, I've been talking to an angel, I believe it's called. And when that usually comes up on my radio, I know that that is a typical sign that they send me, just to tell me, you're fine, I know you're going through a lot at this moment, and you're going to be okay, we're here with you, you're not alone, don't worry. So yeah, that is another type that they could be sending you messages. It could be in movies, in TV shows, on YouTube. It could be in any type of way or direction. They also help you find information that you might be looking for. So for an example, that like I talked about last, about starting sensing and feeling your way through your life, and using all of your senses, and thereby feeling more connected with everything around you, and being more aware of what's going on. Usually you would pick up on that when you, for an example, you're looking for an answer, and you would go to Google and maybe try to look for something there that you feel like you need an answer to. And I don't mean like a common answer, it's more of maybe you're searching, your soul searching, you're looking for a way to, for an example, find a good meditation for you. So that you start and you type in meditation, and you get this long list, and you have pages you could go through, and you would instinctively know which link that you need to press on. You normally wouldn't go with the first one, because the first one is of course the most common one, but the one that is for you, the one that will answer your questions, is usually further down, and it would usually almost feel like it would come rushing towards you, or like it's more highlighted in a way, in a sense. So that is a good indication. Also, when you go on YouTube, I like it. It's more like of a roulette. You never really know what you're going to get. You could start by listening to maybe a guide or a medium, or maybe you're listening to any type of topic that you're interested in, and you'll end up on a video long like many hours afterwards, and you would go, oh, I don't know how I ended up here. So that is sort of the thing that I'm talking about, but it's more of knowing that you know what you're looking for, and you will find the answer. But you have to be open for it, that's the thing. Because if you would resist it, or if you would say this really doesn't work, then it won't work. It's that easy, actually. So you have to be open for it, and trust the process, and trust that the answer might not be the answer you want to hear, but it's the answer that you need to hear to be able to take a great decision for you in your path and in your journey. And it's not always the easiest ways, but if you allow it and you're open to it, and you say, okay, angels, I'm ready for the next step, or I'm ready for the next answer, I'm ready for the next piece of the puzzle that I'm looking for. And you will find it. And if not, that is a fun part actually, if you won't find it and you would go, oh, I don't know, and you might be feeling like you're giving up, usually you would get it anyway. You would get it either through a friend that you're talking to, and your friend will be talking about that topic that you have been wondering about, and they tell you, oh, I read in the newspaper this, or I saw on TV this, or I heard a song and it reminded me of something I was thinking about. So we're really connected to each and every one around us, and the angels are really good at delivering the message. Sometimes they leave the message a lot of times through different type of media, and it's really up to you to either accept it, or they would just keep repeating themselves. So sometimes if you would go to, for an example, a tarot reader, and they would tell you something and you might not be pleased with that, and you try to go to another tarot reader and you get the same answer, then it's something in it that you need to take to heart and know, okay, what is this? What is it that I actually need to get from these answers that I'm getting? Even if you don't like the answers, it doesn't mean that it has to be something bad for you. It might feel bad for you, but it might only take you out of your comfort zone and make you feel more that you need to connect in another sense. So those are ways that you could connect with your angels and guides. And yeah, it's just talking to them more and more. Eventually it will answer, and they might not answer the way you're expecting it to. And like I said, for others, they could hear it, or for me, sometimes I hear it it sounds like in my own voice, but I know it's not my own voice. I know that sounds tricky, but I can tell when it's for my good and when it's my thoughts trying to infect me, basically, and trying to tell me something that is not real. So yeah, I will put the link down below to the angel number site that I really love, that I've been using for years. And any type of ideas and questions that you have, just please comment. It would be fun to know what you want to know more about. And thank you, and have a great day.